Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Amit, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my 7-month updates of the hair transplant that I got from Turkey. I know it's been a little while since I posted, mainly because I've been traveling a lot this past month. As some of you already know, I did just get engaged, so I'm in full wedding planning mode at the moment, traveling around to places like India, to Thailand, and even Singapore for a little bit, just to get all the stuff that needs to be done before this wedding. So it's been a little chaotic, but I didn't want to forget about updating you guys about the 7-month update of the hair transplant that I got from Turkey for my crown. Now, to those who are new to the series, I got a second hair transplant done in Istanbul, Turkey. The first time I went back, I got 6,100 grafts extracted from my donor area and placed onto my hairline and midscalp. Then I went back a year later and I got the crown done for 4,000 grafts. Now, I went to the same clinic twice. I went to Vera Clinic. They were pretty good the first time, so I went back again to get the job done. I used to not have any hair on my head back in the day, but I'm thankful that I went for both of these procedures, and now I actually have a decent amount of hair on my head. But getting it done was the biggest challenge, and because of my experiences, I've been posting on my channel about my entire journey, as well as some tips and advice on anyone who's looking to get a hair transplant or has gotten one already. If things like that interest you, definitely do consider liking this video and as well as subscribing to the channel. Helps out a lot. I've just hit 5,000 subscribers, and it's insane to me that I started this journey just about a year and a half ago. So let's keep building, and I hope you guys like these videos as much as I like making them. Okay, so the update. So it's been 7 months now, and the crown is starting to grow a little more and more day by day. As most of you know already, the crown takes much longer to grow out fully compared to the hairline or the mid-scalp. So when I went into this, I was initially hoping that it would be a bit faster, but it's been taking its time. Sweet old little time, but it's all honestly fine. I've hit the 7-month mark now. I really saw some substantial growth in last month's video. If you haven't seen that, check that out. But it's been quite the journey. I remember when I first started, I was really excited and confident about it. But by the time I hit the 3rd month, my confidence was dropping because I didn't see that much growth. As soon as the 5th and 6th month came along, I started to see some hair sprouts, and even now, so the hair is starting to get more and more. Again, it's not to the full capacity of the density that I want yet, but like I said, the crown usually takes a bit longer, so I'm expecting at least substantial growth in the next coming months. But as of right now, on the 7th month mark, it's looking like this. Generally, they say it takes up to 18 months for the crown to fully grow. So again, I'm still in the infancy stages, I'd say, first trimester, if you want to call it that, but it's getting there day by day. All I got to do is just hope for the best and continue to use the aftercare that I use every day on a routine. One interesting point is that for some reason, while I've been traveling, I've decided to stop using fibres completely. So I've had this confidence to go out and just walk around with how it's looking. Back in the day, you would never catch me doing that at all because I had too much of exposure at the back of my head to not use fibres on a general basis. But when I was traveling, I thought, nobody really knows me. Why not? I had no issues at all. Nobody stared at me. Nobody was like, hey, that guy's losing hair at the back of his head. But really, at the end of the day, it's all about what we internally feel about how we look. I think because of this short 2-week trip that I took, it gave me a lot of confidence to even come back here and not have to worry so much anymore. All right, so let's jump right into the 360 view now of the hairline, the mid-scalp, the crown, as well as the donor area. So not much has changed with the hairline. The 200 grafts I added has blended with my existing hairline pretty well, giving it a more thick look. I keep my hair long on the sides intentionally to avoid seeing any major scarring and patchiness in case there are any. After all, I had 10,000 grafts extracted from my donor area. Same goes for the back of my donor area. I like this length as it feels most natural to me. As for the crown, the hair has been growing, slowly but growing. Sooner or later, it will be fully covered. And finally, no changes to the other side of the donor area. And now we'll take a closer look of the hairline and the mid-scalp, as well as the crown. Overall, I'm really happy with how my hairline and mid-scalp have turned out. I was doubtful about adding more grafts in these areas on my second procedure as I wanted to focus on my crown, but I'm glad I did as it feels even more thicker than before. Now, as for the crown, although it's been 7 months, the main areas of the crown now have hair on it. I'm still waiting to see if it will increase in thickness, but right now, to me, considering I had nothing before, this looks really good. So now let's look at the monthly progression of the top-down view of my head from the 1st month of the hair transplant up until the 7th month. For months 1 to 4, it was the toughest time as the hairs were growing very slowly. My previously transplanted hairs grew out much more quickly. This helped me to avoid the ugly duckling phase and have a little more confidence in how my hair was going to turn out. For month 5, the hairs on my crown started growing out more rapidly and confidence was building. Month 6 is where I really felt like I had a lot of coverage on my previous bald spot. And now at month 7, the back of my hair nearly looks fully blended with the rest of the hair on my head. Okay, so the aftercare this month has been slightly different. I've actually not been very good with keeping up with my aftercare this month, only because I've been traveling so much that waking up in the morning and getting it done immediately has been a little tough, not gonna lie. I definitely haven't been applying my minoxidils every morning, nor have I been applying my oils every morning. It's not good practice, but again, this is the first time in a long time that I haven't kept it consistent. But in any case, for those who are wondering what I use generally, I do take finasteride every morning, and that is 0.25 milligrams a day. I apply a lot of different types of hair oils and hair serums, but I also use a minoxidil foam called GRAFTS, and I use it every morning and night. I used to use the GF serum, but that has already finished for me, so I'm trying to move over to rosemary oil. That's been working out all right for me. But again, the consistency is what I'm trying to keep at, which I need to improve on a little bit myself. But now that I'm back, I do have more time to focus on that as well. I take vitamins every morning. This includes multivitamins, biotin, D3, fish oil, B-complex, magnesium, a whole bunch of different things basically. And lastly, I use a shampoo and conditioner from the company DS Laboratories. I've been using them for about 6 months now and it's been great. I feel like my hair has had even more density than before, so I would definitely recommend those. Check those out if you haven't already. I've also made a video on everything that I use. I'll link that below, but definitely check that out if you're wondering about a more in-depth discussion about what aftercare I actually use now. Now, quickly talking about fibres again. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not using them as often as I used to. Of course, there are still times that I have to use them, especially if I'm attending a big function or a wedding party or whatnot. Then yes, I definitely use that. But if I'm on my own, if I'm going down to take a walk or something like that, I never really have to wear my hats anymore either. I just walk out like this because, again, at the end of the day, it's about how you feel as an individual, how confident you are about yourself. And even though my hair is not completely full at the back, I still have that confidence to carry myself forward. If you are in the need of fibres, the ones I use, I'll link them below as well. Check them out. They're also a good confidence booster generally for yourself if you are looking to conceal a little bit of areas on your head that are too exposed due to balding. I know these updates are becoming a little more and more similar, but at the end of the day, I still want to show that progression to you guys every month. It's also good for me to see when I look back on the actual progression from the start to finish. I have something to reflect on. And hopefully if you're planning to get a hair transplant, you have something to reflect on too with these videos. I do also have a one-on-one consultation service that I offer my assistance and my help to you if you're interested in trying to get a hair transplant, or if you're just worried and want to have someone to talk to about it. I'm your guy to do that. There's a link in the description below. Check it out. Book some time with me if that is what you need, and I'm happy to help along the way. Okay, I think that's really about it for this month's updates. I have a couple of videos planned, but it keeps getting pushed because of my crazy hectic schedule at the moment. But don't fear, I never forget you guys. I'm going to be posting some stuff more often very soon. I've been posting a lot as well on my TikTok, as you all know. I actually had a video that went viral, like 1.4 million views. That was pretty awesome. But in any case, follow them there as well if you haven't. Support is greatly appreciated. Even on this video, please like and subscribe. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.